your mind. Open 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 your mind.
Peace, folks, and welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T YouTube page. I don't know what the hell was happening, y'all. The shit was delaying like a motherfucker. I'm sitting up here watching. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Here we go with some of this old StreamYard YouTube bullshit. But anyway, welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T YouTube page. Y'all know that Wednesday nights are the old
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
Yeah. So we're going to get with it tonight. This is an interview that has been long overdue. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Yes. What's good? I see you up there, Lady Wanda, Time Bandit. What's good? I see you up there, Lady Char, Lady Slim Duncan, Brother Bernard in the house. Peace, Lady Bell, Time Bandit, Brother Mike Shinnery in the house. What's good? Cut to the chase, Lady Jewel. What's up, Lady Tasha D? I see you up there. Lady Linda in the house. Been a while, lady. What's good? What's going on? Tonight, like I said, this is a interview that has been long overdue, y'all. I was trying to get the GOAT and Lady Nylah up here for a minute, and tonight we got them. I'm just waiting for them to come through. But before we get started with the hours of power, y'all know always I have to start off with thanking my hey, Lady Nylah, I see you up there. I had to send the email to you, Lady Nylah, because I forgot the GOAT's new email because his old one is bouncing back. I don't know if he dropped it or something like that, but I sent it to you. Hopefully you can pass it on to the GOAT for me. I would appreciate it, Lady Nylah. Yeah, but like always, I gotta thank my contributors, man, my supporters, my subscribers. I mean, y'all, man, y'all just y'all support me so much, man. I mean, I can't believe how y'all support this platform, man. It's like I don't know. I don't know. It's just I can't believe, man, the way y'all support me, man. Y'all drop coins on a brother. Y'all watch these videos. Y'all share these videos. Y'all like these videos and all of that. I mean, it's like I just can't believe y'all, man. I can't believe the way y'all support this platform, man. Like I always say, this is not a big platform, but my supporters have big hearts, big minds, and they look out, man. They drop coins on this platform, man. They do, and like I always say, you don't have to drop your hard-earned coins on this channel, but you choose to do so. So that leads me to believe that you find some type of value in this here platform. And it's greatly appreciated, but I don't just consider you a supporter because you drop money on me. I consider you a supporter if you watch these videos, you share these videos, you like these videos, and you show up here every week. I consider you one of my supporters. So I want to thank all of y'all because like I always say, man, I'm humbled. I'm honored, man, and I'm appreciative. And I thank you. I thank all of y'all. And I don't just do it to kiss your butts because any of y'all who have been following me for a while, y'all know X don't kiss no butt. I do it because I sincerely thank you, man, and I appreciate all of y'all, man. I do. That's real. But anyway, we're gonna get on with it. Let me see. Oh shit, my man, brother RJ in the house. What's good, brother RJ? What's that? They deleted the whole account content. God damn, they deleted his email too. That's some bullshit. What's good, Midtown Pookie? I see you up there, man. Oh, you didn't get the email, Lady Nylah? God damn it. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. I'm going to send it again right now. Bam. Goat said he sent me an email. Let me see if I can see it in my other email. 'Cause I got quite a few. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, I got it, GOAT. I'll send you the link too, man, because this damn I don't know what the hell is going on up in here. It's crazy. I know I sent Lady Nylah the email, but should be acting up. So I'll send it to the GOAT too. I'll send it through this one. And we'll send it to this one. We'll do that. We'll do that. Like that. Sometimes I don't know what the hell be going on. All right. All right, I just sent it to you too, GOAT. So I don't know what's been going on with my damn Gmail, man. That shit been acting really funny lately. Lady Nylah said she didn't even get the damn email. How the hell that happened? What's good, Brother Kenny? I see you up there, man. What's going on? I see you up there, Lady Sugar B, because y'all know we do a roll call at the beginning. I see you up there. I see the folks up there. So while we wait for the GOAT to come through, him and Lady Nylah, if you're feeling generous with your coins, you can drop a few of them right up on here. If you're feeling generous, that is. Now, if you're not feeling generous, don't drop any coins on here. If you're not feeling generous, I only want you to do it if you're feeling generous. Don't do it out of spite. Do it because you're feeling generous. The OGJ Speed in the house. What's good, OG? I see you up there. Yeah, I've been waiting on this, man, for a while. Because this is like this is gonna be a double interview, you know. It's gonna be a double interview. I've been waiting on this for a while to get both Lady Nylah and the GOAT up on her. Oh, good look on that super chat, Brother Bernard. See you up there, man. I've been trying to get the GOAT and Lady Nylah up here for a minute. Those of you who follow the Popular Thought series, y'all know that I've had the GOAT on my show quite a few times. He's been on here. I only had Lady Nylah on here one time on the Hours of Power. I think she was the first. Yeah, she was the first female hour of power guest was Lady Nylah. Remember that. She was the first female guest, because y'all know we usually have a bunch of, hard heads up here, but Lady Nylah was the first female guest on the Hours of Power. Yeah, so you already know what it is. I guess once they get settled or whatever they're doing, they're gonna hop up on here. And I wanna say something before I get started, man, because because I'm getting tired of people doing this shit, man. And I need to address it. And I told my wife that I was going to address this tonight. Every time I have to go on my shit, I got somebody writing me talking about, well, usually multiple somebodies. Only one person wrote me today, and you know who the hell you are. And I could put your ass on blast, but I'm not. But I always got somebody writing me talking about, oh, why you got the GOAT on there. But look here, man, don't be asking me no questions about who I have on my shit. Let me explain something to you, okay? I will have whoever I want on this here page, because this is the T.P.O.T. YouTube page. Now, I don't know what it is with your cliques and your cults and your clubs and shit, but X ain't part of that. All right. And me and the GOAT, we all right. And I would like to think that me and Lady Nylah are all right too. So if you don't like what I'm doing up here, you don't like who I have on the show, you don't like what I talk about, I don't know what to tell you except change the goddamn channel. Because no matter what you say, I'm going to have who I want on my shit whenever I feel like it. All right? Because I don't come down to nobody else shit and tell them who to have on their spot. I just don't, because I think that's stupid. All right? I know YouTube is full of this whole, we need, oh, good look on that super chat, Brother Kenny. I see you up there. I mean, I don't know what everybody else does in other places, but look here, man. No one dictates what's going on, okay, on the T.P.O.T YouTube page except me. All right? All right. Now that that's over. Oh, good look, my ice is colder on that super chat, man. Appreciate that, brother. Good look. Try the PayPal. Okay, good look. It's all good. Don't worry about it, man. You one of my loyal supporters. I know the PayPal should be messing up and it's just garbage. But anyway, I just want to get that out there, man. Because people be acting crazy, man. They just be on some old blah. But anyway, the guests of honor have arrived. I'm not gonna keep them waiting. Lady Nylah, the GOAT. What's good? What? Nas and Tyler? Ah ha ha. There's some wordplay going on around here. There's no wordplay.
What's good, bro?
What's good with you, man? Been waiting
Okay.
been waiting a long time for this, man.
Yeah, we in here.
Anything you want to say to the people, man, before I get to my round of questioning?
Nah, shit, everybody. Thanks for coming out. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for coming out to watch. You already know, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let me get right into it because that's what I like to do. Now, the GOAT and Lady Nylah, y'all are a married couple. Y'all, to me, I see y'all as the Tretch and Pep of Black YouTube. The Tretch and Pep of Black YouTube. So, what? Well, let me go back. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back. Now, there was a time when you two, you had your like separate kind of thing going on, and people didn't know that you guys were married. Now, X did. Okay, I knew you guys was together the first time you was on my show because Lady Nylah was in my chat room, and she's never been in my chat room before. And what she was saying, I said she either know this brother, she either like this brother, or she's with this brother. All right, just by what was being said. But I never said anything. I never said anything. But also, when I heard, because I had Lady Nylah on my show before too, and I listened. I listened to how people talk. She had a lot of your talking points. I said, you know what? I said, she is with the GOAT. I said, she's with the GOAT. I know she's with the GOAT. It gotta be. Their talking points are too similar. She gotta be with this brother, or used to be with him, or he her baby daddy or some shit. But oh, good look on that super chat, Lady Nylah.
No.
So I kind of knew you guys was together. I just didn't really know in what capacity. But I never let on. I never said anything about nothing. I never, because I don't do that kind of shit. But getting past that, have you two found that media, and particularly YouTube, has gotten a little more difficult for you guys now that everyone knows that you guys are a couple? Has it gotten more difficult? Has it gotten more difficult as far as how people look at you or how people deal with you? Like, is it more difficult now that everyone knows that y'all are, the B1 network, as opposed to Taz exclusives and or Nylah says?
I wouldn't say difficult. I would say it has gotten interesting. It's more so interesting because, you know, you still do what you do. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't say that there have been some challenges, but I find them very interesting. You know, we have what we do on YouTube, and then we have a family and a life, you know, so that transcends everything that happens here. So remember, like when I think I told you when you interviewed me, this was like a hobby.
Mhm.
You know, this was something that I was like, you know what, I think I'm going to bring this to YouTube. Many people had asked me when we were on social media, like many people had pressured him to start. People have told us both at separate times and together, you guys need a YouTube channel, because we used to do this form of media, but we would do it in conjunction with Renaissance Woman, the brother Q that you see on the panel sometimes, a couple of people that you may see in the chat that you guys probably don't like. You see me talking to I Am Pretty Damn Gangster, BJ Tight. She's been on a couple of streams. Ed, the guy who calls him Ed, the incel guy. These are people that we know. Anthony, or what's his?
Anthony,
He got like 5 profiles, but Anthony Lewis, Dallas Cowboys, right? These are people that we know and have been knowing for years. So what we used to do, the type of discussions that I had when we first came in, and I would do the panel discussions. These were the type of discussions that we would host on. Did we lose the host? Oh, it is the Naz and Tyler takeover. We lost the host, but anyway, we used to do this type of content using like the conference call app. So we would have these kind of discussions, and it's something that we would do all the time. It's something that we like doing. And we just decided to bring it to YouTube.
Wow. So being that you guys are a couple, I mean, because you said, you know, you have a life, right? Y'all have a life, y'all have a family and all that kind of stuff.
Hey, X, let me get in on that difficult thing first. Right?
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I got a different response. So as far as difficult, I would say, yeah, because I jump through a lot of hurdles now in every conversation, right? It used to be Cynthia G. Everybody put me on her. They used to say every response was directed at her. And so it didn't matter as much, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, you know, we have no real proximity other than the working relationship. So what they would say about her as much wouldn't really matter because we have a working relationship. She ignores it. She don't respond to the shit, so I don't have to either. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga, but she pay these motherfuckers no mind. So I follow her lead. Okay, you don't give a fuck what they say. I don't either. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? So putting me on her didn't matter. Well, when they found out who I'm actually attached to, now the attacks have broadened. See what I'm saying? Now it's just not attacking me. Now you attack her to get to me. You know what I'm saying? So it is more difficult because now I find myself less trying to protect myself and more trying to protect her on this motherfucker. Because everything they direct is, you know, Nylah this, Nylah that, Taz and Nylah, Taz and Nylah. But of course, when you attacking me, you attacking her. You know what I'm saying? So it has gotten a little more difficult because, you know, I have to acknowledge more attacks when they directed even at her. Because even the ones that was directed at her, we were so busy focused on our platforms in the past. When people would attack her, I would say what I'm gonna say. But like I say, they had me so locked in on Cynthia, they didn't even acknowledge that I defended her anytime somebody said something to her.
Yep.
Anytime anybody jumped bad or said some shit wrong on the panel, I was the first one to say something, but they thought it was because of some proximity to Cynthia. So I never corrected them. If that's what you want to think, cool. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time I'm there protecting her. She would go to sleep, leave the stream up, you know what I'm saying? And I guess they don't know that it's my stream. I'm at work, but you know what I'm saying? I go home and stop the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I go home and wake her up. You know what I mean? So some people picked up on it early. You know what I'm saying? Some people it was just blatantly obvious, like, okay, she going to sleep. Who running the stream? Oh, she just left it up. Okay, well, if you want to think that, think that. I won't spend any time correcting you. You know what I'm saying? That was never in the game. So now that they know who she attached to and know who I'm attached to, it's easier to levy an attack at me through her or myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because they know it, of course, attacking somebody's wife publicly, the shit lands sometimes.
Does that bother you though, Goat? Like, you know, when they come at when they come at Lady Nylah like that, being that that's your woman, that's your wife, does that shit bother you? I mean, does it get under your skin and make you want to, reach down through the computer and choke her, brother?
It used to, man, but like they are so
lame,
weak at the motherfucking attacks now, bro. Like it's done got to the point where it's not even nothing that's, none of that shit registers. Like in order to piss me off, it's got to land. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, bro, I type 120 words a minute. They think repetitive bounce backs and clapbacks with speed is anger. And it's not, nigga. I just type fast. So by the time you done got in 3 sentences, I done aired you out with 5 paragraphs. You know what I'm saying? And they say that's anger, but that it really don't be. I just type fast, and you know what I'm saying, the shit they say, it really don't bother me because a lot of times it don't land. It's like a swing in the dark. You know what I mean? Like it's been 9 straight months of attacks. Like how much more can be said that would actually register? You know what I mean?
What a lot of people don't understand is like a lot of times, especially like in the beginning, we used to be like cracking up laughing. You know, like it becomes a source of entertainment. And then sometimes it's like you start to pity them because you realize how hard people are working to like literally destroy your family. Like they want to destroy your marriage, they want to destroy your family. So really I pity them because it's like the only people that would try to actually straight up want to ruin a husband and a wife's relationship are people that don't value that kind of stuff because they don't have it. They've never seen it before. If they have seen it, it wasn't functioning. It wasn't work. They did, it was bullshit or something. Because if you've procured that type of relationship and you've invested in a person, you have a certain level of respect for other people that are building the same thing. So even if you don't like them per se, just because you respect what that is, you kind of tread a different way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I had the epiphany the other day. I was on Renaissance Women's channel and I was like, this is the issue. These people don't have a family. Like, there were people that were upset because they found that I was babysitting my grandchild every day. Like, why would you be, isn't that what a grandmother is supposed to do? Babysit their grandchildren? You know what I mean? We didn't want the baby to be in daycare. And, my son works a lot. So, we babysat. And so that's why you would hear the baby in the streams all the time. And everybody would say, Nylah has a baby. And, so we just let them think that I had a baby. But there were people on YouTube that knew all the time. And if you came to us the right way, as a few people did, and asked us straight up, we would tell you. So there were some people that straight up asked us and we straight up told them. And there were some people that Taz volunteered the information to, as well as myself. But no, we didn't make it. We didn't come out. And one of the reasons why, when I saw the way that Black YouTube, when we both saw how they attacked Phil's family, like attacked his wife and, other married couples, I realized that Black YouTube has an issue with married couples. And I just didn't want my family attacked, but we knew that we would have to eventually, come out. So we just wanted to like make it a slow process. That's why stuff like the obvious shit that happened, like when you interviewed me, happened. And there were, I would always show up in places where you would never see me. And he would make certain statements. Like he was dropping breadcrumbs all the time. Like I would say, it was a couple times, like we were literally fucking with the crowd. Like I would say, I'm making banana pudding. Then the next day, Taz would be streaming, sitting in his car, eating banana pudding. Then, I'd be like, I'm frying some chicken. And Taz would say, that's my chicken. And like, it would like go over so many people's head. There were certain things that we would say. We dropped breadcrumbs a lot, but we never, you know what I mean? So it would be more like an aha moment and not a, what? You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have been a big shock to people that pay attention to couples. And like, there's obviously a chemistry there that you can't deny.
Absolutely. Well, let me ask you this, Lady Nylah, because the GOAT said earlier that, he wanted to, he has to protect you, at times when dudes come at him. But I think most of us, we knew who you were before we knew who the GOAT was. I know I did. I knew who you were before I knew who he was. So was that the plan in the beginning? Were you protecting him kind of, in the beginning? Were you kind of like keeping him in the shadows in the beginning, or was that just the way it worked out?
And have y'all heard him? Like, Taz is 6'7", very loud, and he doesn't, he's not, a person that I can control. The plan never really was for him to become a content creator. He was going to just kind of like, kind of be how he was, like a participant, but he wasn't going to start a channel. He wasn't going to do content. He was just going to be more of a participant, in discussions and stuff like that. Kind of like we had already done, but we never intended for him to be a content creator. I was going to be the content creator. And it just, he all but got forced into being a content creator. Like myself, even before I came to YouTube, before I became a YouTuber, there are interviews of me on YouTube. So in a lot of ways, it was kind of not really forced, but I guess somewhat destined away. And so before he became a content creator, you had people making videos about him. I mean, major content creators, people with, you know what I'm saying? So he almost got forced to respond.
Wow. So, okay, now y'all are on the scene, and, we all know the infamy of the GOAT. I mean, practically everybody the circles that I travel in, everybody knows who the GOAT is. So let me ask both of you, what do you think it is? I have my idea of what it is, but what do you guys think it is that bothers people so much about the GOAT's content, or when the GOAT's on other panels? Like, what do you think it is that bothers people so much about him? What bothers people so much about you, GOAT?
If I gotta answer, I'm gonna say the ability to push back, and very rarely is something that you can't respond. Like, a lot of these times, I just don't think they have an out, and so it becomes a thing where we're not going to have a conversation. I watch him hide behind talking points. He'll yell over me, he talk over me, and whatnot. And that type of stuff just don't happen. I've done real live actual debates on here, and you know what I'm saying, people just can't point to that. They'll point to the Sunday Rumble and make it sound like that's who I am, and it's really not. And so I just think they painted this picture of me that they've sold, that I don't want to have real conversations. And with that, you can put everything else up underneath it. See, he's a Pookie. Why would we talk to him? He's ignorant. He want to talk over people. We ain't going to listen. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to take our correction. And frankly, I'm not here to agree, co-sign nothing I don't agree with. And I just think the space became where people don't push back. And my level of pushback ain't the same as somebody else gonna be, because the level of aggression you meeting them women with, I'm gonna meet you with that same aggression. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean like in a fucked up, we gotta fight over it way. I mean, if you can sit here and say women ain't shit and all these niggas is park apes and motherfuckers can die and this and that, well, don't be mad when I call you a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to complain when I say you a fuck boy. You know what I mean? Like, if you out here making these fucked up ass comments and talking bad about people who ain't responding to you, well, I'm here to respond. And that was my moniker coming in. I am Pookie and Ray Ray. Since you talking that shit, Pookie and Ray Ray has arrived to respond to you. That's why I named myself that initially. But it was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna be me. And I changed my name to Taz Exclusives. Because that's me. That's my real name. That's my, you know what I'm saying, my street name.
So do you ever find yourself to the point where, like I said earlier, when people, they come at your wife, especially brothers. I mean, females, that's another thing, but brothers, when they come at your wife and they say some really, 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 because I remember one night I was in your chat and I was a moderator on your channel, and somebody said some really disrespectful shit, man, about your wife, and I blocked them motherfuckers. And you was like, no, don't block them, X, don't block them. And they said some really fucked up shit, man. I mean, is there anything that's too effed up, for a brother to be saying to your wife up on here, like to her, in her chat room? I mean,
here's It is, but you know what I'm saying, at the same time, like, nigga, I'm gonna air out your mama and your daughter, you know what I'm saying, if you do that. So, you know what I'm saying, like, I believe in the conversation, dog, no matter how you want to have it. So if you want to take below the belt shots at my wife, I'm gonna take below the belt shots at your mama. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? Like, I do this shit, bro. I'm gonna hurt you before you hurt me.
Dead or alive.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, dead or alive. I don't give a fuck like that. Don't do that with me. Because you know what I'm saying? Once we're there. I'd rather not be there. Keep in mind, like I say, I don't want to do that back and forth type shit where we dig in the motherfuckers' family trees and trying to make people feel bad about their past. I'm over that type of shit. I don't have a complaining mentality. I don't do a complaining channel. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to talk that shit, nigga, be ready for the ultimate clapback, because I'm gonna say some shit I'm trying to hurt your feelings, nigga. You trying to hurt mine, you ain't gonna land. I'm gonna land, and I'm gonna keep busting until I land. 120 words a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask Lady Nylah this.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Nylah, you know, Taz, the GOAT, has, because I watch his shit. I listen to his shit in my shop. You know, I had that shit on the speaker system.
Mm-hmm.
And when I take a peek at the computer, one thing I notice about the GOAT is that he has a high female count. You know, there's a lot of females in his chat. Do you think that that's because of him, his content, or is it because, you know, you're a wifey? Because Nylah says is wifey, so that automatically kind of transcends right into the GOAT's material because, you know, he's married to Nylah says.
I want to say 70% is his content. His content and who he is, because, you know, they didn't always know that I was wifey. And some of it, he drew me in. So he has a natural appeal. You know what I'm saying? So it's really easy for women to kind of be drawn to him, and doesn't necessarily mean that it's always like, oh, I want to screw him type of thing. But he has a natural appeal for a lot of women. All different ages, all different types, because it's just something about his personality. And I think that there's a sincerity there that he has that a lot of people lack. And the fact that they do kind of view him as different, because they can't say that he's a simp, because he doesn't go around saying, hey, beautiful, how you doing? And, you know, all that kind of stuff. And he does overuse the word bitch. So he has somewhat of a balance there that makes the women feel like they have to respect him, but they don't have to fear him exploiting, or, you know, the kind of fear that the women have when they're in some manosphere or male content creator presences. They don't feel threatened unless they've said or did something that because, you know, he will go in on a woman too. But you have to, with women, you got to do something to him.
Okay. Does it bother you that he has so many women, you know, drawn to his platform? Does that bother you as his wife?
It don't bother me. Every once in a while, like, some of the women like will say something that's just like off the wall or whatever. But it's like, that doesn't. What bothers me is like, if it's like, sometimes it's like the nerve, but threatened or anything like that, nah, it's not really a bother. It's just like, what's wrong with these hoes? That's, you know, that's what I'll be thinking. But that's, you know, it's pretty much like I said, for the most part, we have always laughed. Like, he's watched men, you know, like, kind of, you know, come on to me and they didn't know what was going on. And I watched women, like a lot of the people that, you know, you would see mine in my chat room. Oh my God, they were in love with Taz. You know, like, it was Taz. They were like, people were literally emailing me, asking me about Taz. Like, it was really funny. So no, but I've never had a problem. I mean, he's an attractive guy.
Yeah, of course, you know, you being a woman, I know brothers all up in your damn DM, but I mean, is there women all up in the GOAT's DM? Is there women all up in his DM? I know they are.
I mean, they some of them had tried, but not really like it used to be. But you know, we will respond if we have to.
Not like it used to be. I don't get no attention now, man.
Oh, whatever.
You know, for real. I would say that whole women want the married man thing is a lie. Like I don't see women don't be approaching me like that or saying shit that I, you know what I'm saying, deem inappropriate. I don't get a bunch of, you know, hey, can I holler at you on the low type emails? You know what I'm saying? No message like that, you know. Straight up.
Well, let me ask you guys some media YouTube questions. Now, y'all see the shit, you know, y'all are around on media. Y'all see the shit that goes on around here. How do y'all think, and I asked both of you, I asked you, Lady Nylah and the GOAT, since you first came in to YouTube and media, how has shit changed?
Since we came in?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so when I first got here, there wasn't as many panel discussions. Now there's an abundance of them. When I first got here, pushing back on a panel or having a discussion with people that you disagreed with and just having that discussion, that was frowned upon. So some of the people's earlier issues with my platform was that we would let the conversation go. And what would happen 9 times out of 10 is that it would get heated, but it would end up getting to somewhat of an understanding, because a lot of the people viewed tempers flaring and arguing as non-productive. But I think they're progressive and they're productive if people learn something from it. So we allowed that stuff to happen on the platform, and now I do see that becoming more of the norm.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Go? How has, since you've gotten the attention that you've gotten coming in, have you seen things change, progress, evolve, regress?
Well, for real, to be honest, man, I really think it's evolving into more of a space where you're seeing people being okay with, you know, somebody going on and talking about things that's, you know, different than the average content creator might do in this black YouTube. Like the redundancy, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not, I don't think it's changed enough, but you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm, you know, what I would try to make sure I do is not be redundant and not try to, you know, be some other content creator. Like in that part, I don't think it's changed, but like, as far as like the conversations, different people talking to other walks of life and having conversations that people didn't used to have, like I do think that part of it's changed. But like I say, respecting it is the part of it that's not changing. Accepting somebody else's opinion and understanding where they're coming from, that's not changing. It's like people still want to have a stranglehold on others' thoughts. You know what I'm saying? It was like that when I came in, and it's still like that. They want, you know what I'm saying, you have to think a certain way to fit with a specific group. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't think this way, you don't belong with us. You don't belong in my chat if you don't think like me. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that needs to go away. You know what I'm saying? Because disagreement is part of understanding. You know what I'm saying? And so until people grow out of that shit, I don't see that part of it moving forward. But I do think it's good people are talking that don't agree.
Absolutely. Do you? Well, hold up. First, let me jump on my damn audience. I'm looking down here. Okay, down there. How come I got this many likes when I got this many people watching? These numbers are supposed to at least match. Okay, I'd prefer the likes being more than the people that are in here, but I'll take the matching. You got your black butts in here. You must like something. It only takes a couple seconds to move that mouse over. Okay? Don't make me do it with you like I used to do. I don't want to have to treat you like children. Go ahead, hit the goddamn like button. Like don't cost you nothing, man. They're free. 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 It's not like I'm asking you for $1. I'm just asking you to move your damn mouse. Thank you. I mean, come on. I mean, I got the GOAT over here and Lady Nylah, that's not worth a like? Y'all some stingy black folks. Just stingy. But anyway, good look, brother Terrence. I see you up there. Let me ask y'all this. Let's talk about B1. Let's talk about the B1 network. What is the B1 network? For those who don't know, what is it?
The B1 network, we actually working on a written mission statement and agenda now. So you know what I'm saying, like it'll be addressed shortly. But in short, what it is black folks working together to try to build something. You know what I'm saying? Because what I hate is self-grandizing. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to be about, well, Taz is the B1 network, this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's this collective of black folks trying to get together and build something through this media, through this YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Black Avenger, Black Junction, whatever media we using, you know what I'm saying? We networking to try to build something on this network. You know what I'm saying? It's all based on being black people, black first. You know what I'm saying? And I never knew that would be something that could get pushed back on. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's just simple as what people claim we don't have. And this is something that came together, the quote unquote unity. This ain't something that I went and sought people out to become. This is something people came to me and attached themselves to and say, hey, we need some. Let's get something together. Let's build something. Let's do something with this. We doing this media. You told us to build these channels. Okay, well, we doing channels now. Hey, let's do it. And so, you know, it's now it's becoming more to it because people are starting to challenge it. We want to do more with it and make it more understood and more overt because the lifestyle behind it is bigger than the quote unquote network here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? There's still a lifestyle behind it that's still networking. You know what I'm saying? When I'm dealing with black folks, it ain't just always networking here on YouTube or in business. Some of that networking includes doing things outside of here. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's everything to do with black folks with an agenda, business, political, all of that. But it's not necessarily like we're trying to put together these politicians to put them in office. It's more like creating an understanding. I do it from a history perspective, a teaching perspective of now versus yesterday. How much has changed? Were we taught this right? You know what I'm saying? And so I would say my black first part of it is the education, the history, the background. But then when I point to a brother Moses of the B1 network, he's the economic guru. You know what I'm saying? He may not be able to joust with you with a history book like I can, but he gonna knock you off the table with economics. See what I'm saying? And he's coming at it from a black first perspective. He ain't gonna mention Jeff Bezos when he starts talking about black folks and our economy and what we need to do and how we need to get it. He's not gonna compare us to other races of people. He's not gonna put us down as he's talking about black people progressing. See what I'm saying? So, you know, it's more like black people coming together to build something under a black banner. And it's sad that you got to argue with people about that. What you got anything to add? Did I miss something back?
No, I think that you covered it all. I just think that it's, I think what's testament to the chagrin of our detractors that the B1 network is making an impact is the fact that they will say, well, you know, you're not the first person to say B1 and we're like, congratulations, you're a genius. We know this. But what we do know is that people were not challenging B1 until we got here. They weren't talking about B1. B1 did not matter. B1 did not make an impact. It was all about pro-blacks or how, you know, all this kind of stuff. But now people want to talk about B1. So as long as they're talking about it, they're thinking about it. And if they're thinking about it, they're going to come. Now, the problem that, you know, comes in is when they want to define it for us. Now, we have to define what B1 is for us. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's, like I said, a testament to him being effective with giving examples and educating people about the importance of B1 because nobody cared about it until we got here. Now you see B1 in so many titles, you know? B1 thugs, B1 nuts, B1 pro-blacks, B1 this, B1 that, you know?
So the B1 network, is it an exclusive club? Is only certain people in it? Are only certain people allowed to be part of it? I mean, what is the workings of B1, or is everybody invited? Like, what is the inner workings of it? How does it work?
I mean, but if you just think about how her platform has always been set up, and you know what I'm saying, it was always an open door policy, bro. Whoever want in, come fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, what we doing in the background ain't really on the table for everybody to see, but you know, you welcome to come and rock with us right here on the stream. And if you want to rock with us outside of that, you know, you can too. And some, you know, of course, like I said, some we do, some we have a bigger relationship than what came from YouTube or whatever. But yeah, this is everything, man. Like, it became a media thing, so that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't even look at it as anything different than that at this point. It's not just YouTube. And I think that's what I kind of came in and looked at differently than what maybe others have. You know, others that have fucked the platform off and doxing each other, talking shit to one another. That ain't what I saw when I came here. What I saw was the ability to disseminate a message. And I was inspired not only by how many people she was able to draw, because keep in mind, she dropping gems. And although I ain't the person behind it, I'm still a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, well, babe, what about this? Add this to this. Why don't you do a stream on this? And why don't you do a video on this? And I'm not doing shit yet. But I'm watching the success of those streams and wondering, like, well, damn, should I be a content creator? Because I have my own shit I can talk about. So that kind of goes back to, you know what I'm saying, the Mary thing. Like, you know, the whole B1. I was saying Black First X just as I'm doing content for Black people. If some white people see it, so what? You know what I'm saying? I have a problem with that. But I'm doing this for Black people. So it was all Black First regardless, period. We was looking at her old streams the other day. When was that first Black First stream you did with Cynthia? Like November 2018?
Yeah.
She had did a Black First stream even way back then with Black First in the title, discussing what Black First is. And keep in mind, I'm not a content creator yet. I'm just somebody in the chat, somebody on the panel helping out in the discussion. But this was always what we, you know what I'm saying, what we stood on. Mm-hmm. So the quote unquote network part of it came when, bro, I'm ending one of my premieres and 50, 60 people all at the end of the video. When I do my thanks for watching Black First at the end of my videos. Well, when I say that, it's everybody B1. I really just thought that was something they came up with. So when I named it the B1 Network and start dealing with those people right there, I literally thought, you know, they named it the B1 Network. It wasn't something that I, you know what I'm saying, was labeling or, you know, I didn't think I came up with something exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't branding. You know what I'm saying? It was just everybody saying B1 when I say Black First. So I'm assuming B1 is Black First. I'm very logical. I didn't know it had a context before me, but didn't care. It didn't even matter to me because that's B1 is the understanding of Black First. Cool. Well, fuck it. We the B1 Network. You know what I'm saying? It was that easy for me, but like I say, for some reason now it needs to be defined because I think people don't just want to accept that there are different levels to being quote unquote pro-Black. You know what I'm saying? We ain't your average pro-Blacks. We'll sit here and point out some of the issues with what is accepted as pro-Black and show why it's a problem for, you know, the rest of us to even use that. I understand why people reject pro-Black. I can see why. I would reject it too. You call me pro-Black, I'm gonna tell you, no, I'm Black First, man. Niggas done ran through pro-Black and fucked it over. I don't want no parts of that. Conscious? No, nigga, don't call me conscious. I don't want no part. Woke? No, nigga, I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of none of that. But I'll take Black First because to me, that's an obvious title.
So you guys don't consider yourself the quote unquote hoteps, right?
No, but I don't like to shit on it either. You know what I'm saying? I hate being put in that box, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be negative towards it either because I don't talk about Christianity in a negative way. I don't talk about Israelites. So I'm not going to talk about hoteps in a negative way or no shit like that. Like I say, to me, Black First mean put all that shit to the side. Is you Black or no? I don't give a fuck about what you worshiping and none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that don't matter to the grand scheme of the conversation here. I'm trying to create as far as being black and then putting your mentality in a black perspective when you're talking and understanding. Now, outside of that, your religion, no, we ain't even got to discuss none of that. I don't need to know none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by black first. Take all that shit off the table, bro. I'm just dealing with you as a black man. Can we start there, find respect in one another, find agreement, and then move as black men? And I think a lot of times people don't want to accept that we're equal black men. Everybody use this space to say I'm better than you at something.
Well, have you found it that, well, I know this has happened, but have you found it that the black YouTube, this little circle of black YouTube that we're in, do you find it that people often throw you and Lady Nylah in the hotep bag? I mean, does it bother you that some people consider you and Lady Nylah to be hoteps? Does that bother you?
I've never been like really until like the dumbest of the dummies that just showed up. They start saying that, but if anything, I get called a coon or a conservative or something like that. I don't necessarily get called a hotep, and I think that even when they call him a hotep, it's simply just to discredit him, because these are people that have an issue with associating with anything positive with blackness or black associations. I have to address this. You know how I do proper thought.
I do too.
The thinking black man says, I think it really hurt Nylah credibility being associated with Taz. I'm gonna let you handle that part. He said, I think Nylah had the potential to be on Paris Milan level and have over 100,000 subs. Taz brought too much negativity to her. Let me tell you something. Respect to Paris Milan. I don't have anything against her, but you cannot put us in any sort of comparative analysis. My content and Paris Milan's content will never be similar. It has nothing to do with each other. She's great. I respect her platform and much growth to her, but we are not even similar, okay? Other than us being women, okay? The type of things that I talk about, the reason why and I probably won't have 100,000 subs until next year, it's simply because you are not the thinking black man that you think you are.
Right.
That's the problem, because if you were a thinking black man, you would understand that someone speaking primarily on pop culture and the same watered down topics from the same perspective that you like to hear, that's socially acceptable to hear in the same circular fucking conversations, they will grow. Why? Because that's what you want. I am a fucking anomaly.
Right. Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned with that, I really do think in some ways I did hurt her channel, not her credibility. They said credibility, and see, there's nothing about her credibility that was at play. But as far as like people associating her with a nigga, you know what I'm saying, for lack of a better way to put it, yeah, I think that did hurt. And that was one of the reasons why I chose to stay from the directly coming out saying, hey, that's my wife. Hey, this is me right here. That was one of the reasons why I never wanted to do that, because I did feel like being associated with me too closely could be detrimental, because I saw how people responded to me. They got used to bashing women. They got used to talking shit about women. So anybody pushing back against them wasn't respected. So just by obvious terms, some of those men that supported her is they were going to have a problem with me anyway when they found out she was with me, somebody they didn't support. But I'll tell you what they should understand. What they should understand, and if he was really a thinking black man, he would understand that some of what she says that attracted that male audience was based on me.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Now, keep in mind, she throw it to her father too. She has a son as well. She has brothers, cousins, and whatnot. But her everyday understanding and whatnot, that's her husband. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I know what type of effect I can have on her platform, and I knew it would hurt some certain people like you, which is why initially I knew it was better for me to stay the fuck away from saying this is my wife, because I knew it would be people like that would not respect her because of me, because I ain't no fucking joke.
And I gotta add to that two things. when we're talking about this, if you think about it like this, when they say my platform has always consistently had a higher percentage of males all the time, right? And that's without me ever getting on camera live. Like they just now started seeing videos of me. You know what I'm saying? We, live through them saying, oh, Nyla's this big, fat, ugly girl and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, we would just kiki about and laugh about it. I did that without using how I looked, what my body was like to promote my channel. If I would have been on camera, I would have had 100,000 subs. I chose not to. And then when people started to get the obsessive kind of compulsive behavior surrounding me, it just did not make sense at that time for me to be on camera. It just didn't seem safe because people do not understand the degrees to which that we literally have been stalked on this motherfucker. Secondly, when I just have to add to what Taz was saying, what attracted you guys to my channel was the essence of the man that you cannot stand. And that's something that you niggas are going to have to deal with because everything that you loved about me came from him. So respect the fact that that's my husband. I'm his wife. I respect him. He respects me. He protects me. I relish in that. And I protect him in the way that women protect their men. We are exactly what you niggas complain about people not having every day. Every day, I see you guys sit on panels. Women don't respect their husbands. Women don't cook for their husbands. Women don't cooperate with black men. Black people don't stay together. Black people don't work together. All of those things we literally represent, and you guys got a problem with it. And yes, we know that Taz's aggressive nature and abrasive communication style sometimes would have been a problem for my platform. But guess what? Oh, wait. Well, I'm sure. Well, go. You know what? If I didn't know you was a YouTube analyst and I don't know, what are you, a agent or something? Well, you can talk. Just send me an email. I'll have my people call you. But I mean, just like everybody has all this advice and stuff like that. I lost my train of thought reading that dumb shit.
But no, I do. I mean, I agree with that point though. Because you got to understand, I just think they don't see what was going on. You were having, your channel was about the lack of support for black male issues a lot of times in conjunction with supporting female issues. You know what I'm saying? So she was the anomaly in terms of the quote unquote gender war. She was the female voice that was speaking out, but not necessarily the pick me. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm married. I don't want none of these niggas. But listen, man, black men are mistreated in this country.
And you guys didn't want, you say that Taz hurt my platform, but guess what? Y'all begged and went from platform to platform trying to make sure that we were put together. You didn't want us to have privacy. You guys go everywhere talking about us. You got these overgrown, overweight, old men sitting on platforms discussing and lying most of the time, talking about the relationship. That's what I mean. This is what you guys have reduced this to.
Yeah, because again, like back to what you were saying earlier, T.P.O.T, what you asked earlier.
And you see,
I never had an intention to be a content creator. They wanted me to be one by keep on taking shots at me. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, I think they just thought I was Pookie, the guy who'll cuss you out. They didn't know I could actually cook on this motherfucker with some information. Like when this stream done, I got the Pale Pookie project coming up. Shit don't stop. I promise people content every day. And it's coming every day. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did originally coming in the door, except for I didn't do it live. I did it in them premiere style videos. And frankly put, I like doing it live better. You know what I'm saying? Like this is information a lot of times I know, but when I don't know it, I put it up on the screen and read it so we can learn it together. So we can cook on it together. And I ain't with the everyday talking down on, you know what I'm saying, black people, these people in the ghetto did this. Nigga, I ain't in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there. I'm not when I go, I'm going to help somebody, but then I'm out and I'll never forget that those people are there, but I'm not going to spend all my time thinking about what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like when people want to better themselves from that situation, they'll lift themselves out of it if they can. If they can't, I'll be back to do what I can. But I can't sit here and harp on what they're doing when I'm not there. I'm hoping you're trying to progress, but my nigga, I'm not about to sit around and try to hold your hand. So that goes for the niggas in the hood, but that also goes for these other quote unquote men who sitting around complaining about women. I'm not about to sit here. We got a nationwide, worldwide platform here, and we talking every day about protecting women. Who are the warriors? What is the black community? What is B1? I mean, really? When you say we low intellectually in our IQ and whatnot, sometimes if you stop and examine it, with this little microcosm right here, it's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? We're not necessarily using this space to do what we claim we want. If we want families, why are people working so hard to not only destroy families, but debunk that families are happening? You push black men to not be stepfathers, which I'm not pushing you to be one. But I'm saying if we saying solutions, okay, well, one solution is to bring back the family. If you're going to talk about the family, don't limit it to just the nuclear family. Sometimes that family dynamic is bigger than just who you marry. Sometimes it's, okay, well, that marriage didn't work, but I'm on to the next one. I'm going to try this. And if you just happen to have a kid, both of the men together should be helping with the future of that kid. That's what a community is. But like I say, I'm serious about it. And a lot of times I'm talking to people who, when you get to cooking them on them facts and how relationships and families and shit, really how those dynamics really work, they're going to either derail the conversation or leave. And it's because they don't have that experience. I just heard Super Sly on his channel talking about that shit. It's these single niggas. You had no experience. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times when we start talking about marriage and shit like that, me and Super Sly end up tag teaming somebody. So me and somebody that I don't even agree with all the time, but me and him, when it comes to marriage, we right there lockstep because we have an understanding that some of these people can't reach. We live in a different life than what y'all live. This is a different understanding. And through my marriage, like I said, by extension, if we can help the community, my nigga, we gonna do that.
That's right.
It ain't no, you know what I'm saying, ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it, bro. I'm the type go do what I can do, and that's gonna be that, though. I ain't gonna come here and brag. I ain't gonna turn on no camera and say, look what I did today. I'm not gonna ever look for any pat on the back for it. But it's disrespectful, X, to hear niggas act like it ain't happening. That, oh, well, you just, Pookie and Ray Ray need to go clean up the community. Nigga, it's Pookie and Ray Ray cleaning up the community every day along with some of the quote-unquote people y'all call educated lames. I don't call them educated lames if we ain't talking about y'all. I do streams about lawyers who go back and reach back to the community and give back. Like the one in Mobile, Alabama, I just did yesterday. That's what I'm saying. Like I spend most of my time on here promoting the greatness of black men, and then I get sidetracked by some niggas that don't necessarily want to promote black men in totality. They want to make sure they separate these black men and put themselves above those, you know what I'm saying, those black men that they've diminished. And that's my problem, X.
And I just want to say that I wish that some of these men respected the fraternity of manhood. As much as they claim that they want respect and all this kind of stuff, they do not respect the order of manhood. And yeah, I know I'm not a man, but I recognize men because I was raised by them. When you got a man that will take a comment to a married woman and say that I should have kept my husband in the background. This is a man that does not respect the office of manhood. Do you understand what I'm saying, T.P.O.T? This is like this to me, this speaks to the degeneracy that they want to talk about that the community has. That is degenerate behavior.
In the background is my decision.
But to even suggest that a woman stand in front of her husband, to put my husband in the background, is disrespect, not only to him, but to your understanding of what a man is. And I will also say to your comment about me bringing the ugly side of the man, him bringing the ugly side of the manosphere and all this kind of stuff. Look, This is my husband. Fuck the manosphere. Okay? And I don't have an issue with the manosphere, but if it's between him and the manosphere can kiss my entire ass if I got to choose between them two. This man was protecting and providing for me before you guys knew what the fuck my name was. So don't come here telling me about my channel. Do you understand that I was protected, provided for, and ate real good? Okay? Before you knew my name. So don't ever come to me with no shit like that.
Well, let me ask you this, Lady Nylah. Now, you're a woman, okay? And you're not one of those 350 pounders. And you chose not to be, out there on camera, shaking it and all that kind of stuff, the shit we talk about. Is that because you and the GOAT are married? If you didn't have the GOAT as a husband, would you be one of those chicks, on the camera, with the hair done and the makeup and the, showing the cleavage and all that kind of stuff? Would you be doing that if you didn't have the GOAT there?
No, I've never been like that. The GOAT can tell you that when he met me, I was modest. Not to say that I walk around looking like a nun, but I don't. But I don't do too much. I don't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? And like what a lot of people know, my first channel went to 10,000 subscribers within a month, 5,000 within 3 weeks. 2 weeks later, I had 10,000 subscribers and my channel was deleted. Okay. So with that type of rapid growth comes responsibility. Most people do not experience that type of growth on YouTube. My second channel is still, it took me like another 6 months to get to 10,000, but still we know that's rapid growth, for someone in Black YouTube. I never wanted people to say, because I know I'm attractive. I know that's not something that's a secret. That's not something that, I've ever been able to hide, but I never wanted people to say, she used her looks or she did this. I wanted them to know that you can build a platform. You can have a thriving, successful platform without relying on stuff like that. That's simple. But like I said, everyone knows this. I've talked to Phil. He's like, you just need to get on camera. Do you know how large my platform would be? So if it was a money grab, we could have exploited my looks. We could have exploited my figure. We didn't have to.
I think we should, though.
Well,
I was just about to ask the GOAT. Do you agree with that sentiment?
I mean, shit, that's what it was, though, man, coming in, right? But what I'm saying is this, though. So check this out, though. So this is me saying, don't worry about that shit. It ain't nothing for months and months and months. But now we've watched people build channels, build Patreons. They got motherfuckers super chatting, all based on lies of how she looked. So, you know what I'm saying? If we just doing money grabs on her looks, shouldn't we be in on the money grab? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them things like, I ain't here for that. But if that's what y'all want to see, I bet. I give y'all some content like that. But check this out. When I tell her to pop that camera on, babe, you got free reign. Don't turn it into she had to turn on her camera to get popular. You know what I'm saying? Don't change the argument. Because you know what I'm saying? I done watched them say she in a wheelchair. She weighed 300 pounds. She got a scar on her face. All type of different shit. That's not really her picture. You know what I'm saying? There's been so many different attacks over the last 9 months. And I'm talking about in titles. Not something somebody said. I mean, literally in the title of the video. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, if everybody else can exploit our name and make money off of our pictures and this and that, like, fuck it, why not? You know what I'm saying? And, and I say that, bro. I said that shit, what I say? I was going to start exploiting that shit like 2 months ago. And that just ain't something we do, bro. I said that shit like 2 months ago. We ain't really on that. But I think if we do a couples channel, it would just be obvious and blatant, and she's just gonna be on camera anyway. So we might have to start a whole new brand based on her being on camera.
Yeah, and I am doing I'm doing some promotionals for fashion stores and stuff like that, and reviewing clothes. So they will see me a lot more. And I just, we expect a new set of craziness because of that. But it's cool. We're built for it.
Yeah, it's coming. They're gonna be
well, I want to get into this Mexico thing right after some station identification, because you're listening to right here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. You know we are live with the GOAT and Lady Nylah up in here on a Wednesday night. I see those likes have started to rise, but god damn it, they still don't match the numbers. I need both of these damn numbers to match, folks. Okay, both of these numbers down here, they need to match. All right, it's not a lot, man. Likes are free, man. It's not like I'm asking for $1. All right, takes you, that's 2 seconds out of your life. You're in here, unless you're just laying down somewhere watching it on the screen and shit. You're in here, grab that mouse, hit that like. Come on, look out for the brother. You know you like this shit. Don't try to act like you don't. Even you 4 haters down there. Y'all need to hit that shit, because y'all don't really dislike this shit. You just want us to think you do. All right. But now I want to ask about this Mexico shit, because I was speaking with Lady Nylah the other day. I was on Lady Ren's channel, and you spoke about how you guys went ahead and went south of the border, and I guess that was a, OPSEC thing, an operational security thing for you guys. So let me get into that. Did you have to go, for your own personal security? Did you guys have to go to Mexico? Was that the only place where you could go and not have to worry about some of our crazy folks stalking you?
Nah. It was like, shit, both of us could have stayed right there in Chicago and kept daring niggas to come. You know what I'm saying? But like, my thing was, what, you know what I'm saying, if we gonna make a move and she's introduced something that looks plausible based on, the situation, like, shit, why not? Why not try something different?
And I've been talking to him since we've been together. My plan had always been, except it was Costa Rica where I wanted to move, but
I said no.
Yeah, he didn't want to go to Costa Rica. So this was closer. He felt safer, I guess, leaving the country and coming to Mexico, as opposed to, because I was thinking Costa Rica, I was thinking the Philippines. I've always said that when I retired, that I was going to live in a third world country. And so
try to get me overseas, nigga. Nah.
Well, I wanted to live. My goal has always been, but I always wanted to live like I was on vacation every day. And that, just being able to look at the ocean every day and the beautiful things that I see, like, it does something for me. And like having access to a better quality of food for less, those things are important to me. And we don't have it. There's no communication barrier. Taz is gonna have to learn Spanish though. But it's like, Taz is pretty much a homebody anyway. So I don't know if it even matter where he lives, as long as he can find a dispensary. But this is what I've always wanted, to be able to like see the oceans and see the mountains and good weather. And I've worked hard my whole life, and I think that I'm entitled to live the way that I want to live. I've raised my children. I've done, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're grandparents. Why? Like, I don't understand why people have an issue. Like, there are more Black people that live here. You know what I'm saying? Like, Black people do this all the time. It's called being an expat. And we see people talk about it all the time, like on O'Shea show. I'm moving to a third world country. I'm moving to Brazil. I'm moving to this place. I'm moving that way. And people do this because you can live like a king or a queen on a modest income. So why not do it? I don't understand why people are so bothered by it, though.
So that's where you guys going to retire and eventually die? Are you are you never coming back, north of the border?
Funny thing is, I just said that I went and had lunch at this beautiful spot today, T.P.O.T, I like to go to the places where like the restaurant is literally on the beach and the water is rushing up and stuff like that. And I was sitting there, I was like, you know what? This is what I want to do until my eyes close for the final time. I want to be in a tropical type feel and, you know, the warm weather, the water. This is what I want to do. So, I mean, we're not ancient, decrepit people. So far, we're cool with living here, but I mean, we still have a place in Chicago we can go. You know, we still go back to Chicago if we want to, but we like it here.
So now that you guys are, you know, down there in Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
has it changed your outlook about not just, you know, Black YouTube and, you know, say the Black experience? Has it changed you guys' outlook about Blackness in a sense now that you're, you know, down there?
Yep, sure has, because it let me know these niggas dumb as fuck. I mean, for real, man. It showed me the fucking levels of stupidity that these niggas is at, and how fucking bad the education system has failed these niggas. Now, T.P.O.T, make me understand how somehow my race jumps off my body and I'm no longer able to be Black first in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like, something has to change. When I crossed that border, it all just left, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, those are the things. Like, I mean, it's literally people, dog, that don't even understand the difference between race, ethnicity, nationality, and culture. You know what I'm saying? And this experience has made that so obvious that when people say, how are you B1 in Mexico? It shows me how necessary my content really is, dog. These niggas wasn't taught a motherfucking thing. The same niggas that say it starts at home, you should be teaching your kids at home, them niggas wasn't taught at home, T.P.O.T. I was forced to learn at home. Nigga, I got my Nintendo and shit taken away. All I had to do was read. That was my only option. Nigga, I was a rebel, but my mom and dad wasn't bullshitting. And when my dad left, my mom wasn't bullshitting. My punishment was to educate myself, nigga. And when I finally rebelled and left the house, I was that already. That motherfucking rebellious ass kid who couldn't even keep his fucking Nintendo most of the year, but read a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think anyone doubts that you're well read. I mean, you hear the talk, but I mean, and I've said this many, many times myself. You know, I mean, I hear a lot of people say, you know, the GOAT is this and the GOAT is that, but I don't think anyone can honestly say that the GOAT, you know, doesn't have intellectualism, or, you know, he's not well read, well studied, a student of history. I mean, we know that all to be true. I mean, even though, you know, some of us, for whatever reason, you know, we just got a problem with the shit. But that's YouTube, that's media. You know, we're always going to find a problem with a person's personality, as opposed to just having problems with whatever their talking point is, whatever their arguments are. And I guess that's why you and I, you know, we always got along and shit, because I just don't see things that way like other brothers. I mean, you know, that's their shit. You know, that's what they want to do. I don't subscribe to that shit. You know, that's why I had to let people know before this shit went on, quit writing me, telling me not to have the GOAT on my shit, because you see, it's not working. It's not working. So stop doing it. But yeah, you know, I don't think anybody of reasonable intelligence can truly say that and believe it. But what I think often happens, especially now, because see, like you said earlier, GOAT, they don't have to necessarily attack you directly to attack you, because they can attack Lady Nylah, you know, and kind of hope that it trickles, you know, over to you in a sense. And it's probably that way, vice versa. They try to attack, you know, Lady Nylah through you. So does that make it harder to create content when you know, like when you getting ready to do your presentations? We're going to talk about those too. But when you getting ready to do your presentations, does it kind of make you a little bit reluctant about certain things because you may have someone say something, you know, and point it at your wife or point it at you? So do you be like, you know what, I'm scrapping this part because somebody's going to say something about, you know, my wifey and shit?
No, I don't. Nah, hell no. Like, and that's the thing. That ain't never really applied to me because I'm, I don't give a fuck what these niggas say for real. Like, say what you want, but like, what's fucked up too. Like, I always kind of stifled where she could have went as far as like what her conversations were, because I would always say, hey, look, be careful, don't say this, don't step on toes with this statement about men. You know what I'm saying? Watch how, you talking about men on here because attacking men publicly ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, they still don't even know we together and whatnot. So, I'm kind of stifling conversations that she could have been having by saying, hey, make sure you're protecting the image of black men. Now, in saying that to her, I'm fighting a war with these niggas, trying to get them to see that, like, listen, dog, it's niggas protecting it's women protecting y'all image. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's women that's doing that, and y'all don't even respect them when you taking these shots. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all ain't stopping these motherfuckers from attacking the women that support male content creators? You know what I'm saying? Because in turn, I still ain't necessarily saying protect Nylah. But if I'm watching her do streams on who black fathers are, and niggas on the flip side saying fuck black women ain't worthy of relationships and whatnot, why not have Cynthia and her up there cooking niggas then? If they get to do it and cook women at will, why shouldn't they get to say what they want? I stifled that shit for a long time, and now I done said fuck it. I don't think we've seen the worst yet. The worst is yet to come. Because I don't give a fuck no more, bro. When protecting the black male image from a female perspective, I did that already. You niggas didn't want to respect it and meet me halfway just in conversation alone, X. I just try to create a conversation about that. Look, nigga, we ain't got no platform you can come on and disrespect black men. I don't give a fuck who come on there. Cynthia, Black Women's Fear, name the worst one, nigga. They gonna come kick it, but if they cross that line, nigga, I'm gonna say, nah, don't do that. But see, them days over with now, though, dog. That's just a female platform, nigga. When they get to clapping and airing niggas out, you better come defend yourself. You better hope they drop a link. Because the glove's off. Since they can talk crazy, I don't care. And this is coming from a black first perspective. Nigga, they just think you a pussy. Now what?
So do you think, because I know a lot of people thought this in the beginning, and I don't know if they still do now, they think that you have a tendency to stick up for women too much, defend women's actions too much. They think that you give too much pushback to brothers who have problems with women. So when you do your thing, and I'm not going to harp on this because I kind of disagree with most of their talking points. I agree with some of them, but most of them I disagree with. But when you do your thing, do you think of it that way? Or are you just giving pushback in general? It's not like you giving pushback necessarily for the women. Are you just giving general pushback?
I'm going to get a pushback for the balance, dog. Ask Cynthia. Ask the Eagle. I'm going to get a pushback for the balance. It ain't about protecting just black women. If you attacking black men, I'm coming with the same smoke, and we going to do it. If you ain't never heard her come on there and say, I won't smoke with the red goat. I want that smoke with the red goat. That's because she, like, nigga, we going to go down through there in the conversation with her saying what she going to say. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Oh, that's my nigga. We just ain't going to be mad at each other. These people don't know how to leave a conversation and just be cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about, bro, it's really not about anything outside of that, bro. We just talking. And people don't get that.
It's crazy. Well, let's talk about these presentations that you do, man. Like when you first started doing them. I mean, what brought that about? What made you want to say, okay, I'm gonna show slides, I'm gonna show some videos, I'm gonna show some photos? I mean, what brought that about? Because when you first came on, you actually came on and you talked with the music and stuff like that. But now you actually do presentations. So what made you pivot from that to that?
Like, she showed me all of that shit. Like, 'cause like I said, I just wasn't interested. And so that's what she was doing. You know what I mean? She came in doing presentations before the live stream. You know what I mean? It's like she wasn't really a live streamer. She was doing presentations. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she was doing the presentations from her angle more on the shit that was going on socially, but it's still a whole history lane. And so, you know, like, we talking and shit. She like, yeah, well, maybe I should do things like COINTELPRO and Operation Mockingbird. I'm like, yeah, do them. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, she started doing that too. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's an overload of content. Content ain't never got to run out. But I got that idea of how to do it and whatnot from her. But, you know, I have my own thought process and whatnot. So everything else that comes along with it is, you know, is me. But I wouldn't even think about doing this shit, bro, if she wouldn't have said, like, you would probably be good at it, like, you should go ahead and try it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just wake up one day like, I'm in, babe, fuck that, I got to be a content creator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think it's, of course, biased, but she always told me that, you know, I could have a, you know, 100,000 subscriber channel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, her opinion is biased, but she wants me to tone it down, you know what I'm saying? Present it like, you know, a professional, you know what I'm saying? Come on here and pretend to be, you know, someone I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, she would rather me do it like that and my intellect stand out more. But, you know, I don't know if you can move amongst some of these Black people in this space and they allow your intellect to stand out more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like I'll have to cut off these conversations with these people for my intellect to stand out more. Because it's just, it comes to a point where, I mean, don't you think, Bay, that it comes to a point where people want to stifle others from seeing what I can do intellectually and where conversations can grow?
Yeah.
Where they can actually go to.
I think that there's a vested interest amongst the what I would call the Council of Online Negroes, where the conversations could only stay at a certain level. And I think that kind of keeps it at an easy pace and it's comfortable for everybody. And I think that that's some of the issues with our platforms when people talk about the content. It's more so because it allows you to think about it from another perspective, and that's not something that's really acceptable in the Black space. Like, you're supposed to think of politics in this way. You're supposed to view history this way. You're supposed to do it that way. And we came in the door a lot of times saying the complete opposite.
Right, because see, I understand the talking point that we've been miseducated, right? But can you show it? Because to me, that's it. Why ever say the word white supremacy? That's some shit you would rarely hear me say because they ran it into the ground as a talking point. How about you just show it? You ain't never got to say it. Just show that 80% of the teachers are white females. Show that 80% of the cops are white. Remind people that only one of the 44 presidents was Black. Remind people that's only been 2 Black governors in history. You ain't got to use them words. It's there for you. People can't push back against that factually. So, like I said, I'm more so against talking points and more about actual facts, meaning names, times, dates, locations. Nigga, don't come to me talking about the prison industrial complex. Lay out something about CCA. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know you really know this topic. And right now, what I'm saying is we don't know a lot about what we're talking about. And people have used white supremacy as a talking point, so much so that it's not respected. I'd rather show it because in a conversation I was having earlier, a person laid it out to me like the warrior class in other communities ain't defined by criminality. And as I was trying to respond, I couldn't get that response off. But see, that's what the T.P.O.T project is, which is coming up when I'm done here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like going straight there and do the T.P.O.T project. And like, I just don't think people want to learn. We all adults, right? But don't nobody want to learn like something new from a certain different perspective. It's all about that relationship shit in this circle. And it just make you not want to deal with these niggas, bro. Like, it make you want to reach to a broader audience.
I get it, man. I get it. But what I don't get is that the likes do not match. That pisses me off. Yeah, that pisses me off. Because y'all already know how we do it here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. I like this number and this number to match. Do you understand? Make those numbers match. You got your black asses in here. I know you like what you see. I know you just can't stand to own it. But you're here. It's like 85 of y'all up in here. Probably the biggest crowd I've had in quite some time. Because I know your black ass is only here because the GOAT and Nylah are here. But I don't care about that. I also noticed some new subscriptions up there too. You better keep that goddamn subscription after this stream. Do not unsubscribe after this stream is over. Goddamn. Do not.
Man, he supported me before I don't even think, was I even a content creator yet when you interviewed me?
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Much respect, bro. Like, hell no, don't unsubscribe. Like,
that's right.
You know, people like y'all is what made me feel like, well, shit, I'm almost obligated. I had like 250 subscribers, X, and no content yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, damn, you know, they telling me that I can do it. Let me work my hand and see what I can do. And you know what I'm saying? People was overly impressed, so it made me want to do more and more and more. You know what I'm saying?
People were emailing me, asking me what is his channel and all that type of stuff. So like, the people were asking like, where's his content at?
Yeah. I wondered what he was going to do. Like, you know, you're going to become a content creator. What you going to do? You're just going to come on panels, you know, that kind of shit. But I mean, I knew that one thing I knew, because I've been around this shit a while, you know, and I'm aligned with a lot of these brothers. And I knew that he would turn shit upside down. I knew that the GOAT would, because he's not a conformist, he's not going to conform to shit. I always knew that too. And I knew that, you know, he would kind of rub people the wrong way because, see, this black media shit is very cultish and cliquish and shit, you know, and, you know, people have a tendency to have a problem with people who go against the grain and shit. You know, that's just kind of how it is. I know, because I get blowback too, because, you know, I'm not part of no clique, no team, no none of that shit. I refuse to be, because get the fuck out of here, man. I built my own life. I don't have to listen to none of you Negroes. So, you know, I kind of understand it, and I know he rubs people a little more than that. So I knew it would, you know, I knew it would be a problem. But I also knew that the GOAT wouldn't give a shit, and he'd continue to make his shit. So, you know, he reminds me of my brother. I'm telling you, I had an older brother, man. He reminds me of my brother, man. My brothers talk about the same shit. You know, I mean, I guess that's why I have such an affinity for him, because he really reminds me of my brother. My brother was the same fucking way, talk about the same shit. He was just, he always gave everybody pushback on every goddamn thing like the GOAT does. I mean, it is what it is. And I've always told people that I don't have a problem with the GOAT. And I've lost subscribers because of it, but I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm not going to be mad. Like, same with you, Lady Nylah. I'm not going to have a problem with you or the GOAT because other people do. To me, that's stupid. I'm not going to have a problem with you because somebody else does. I mean, that's just bullshit.
I appreciate it. And, you know, like, I have a really big personality, so I could like give people individual problems. Like, I could give you a reason. You don't have to go get somebody else's. I could do it myself. You know, I don't understand that shit.
Yeah,
And
shit
there
slipped
was a
down.
time, and that's one of the things I'm saying about like the importance of like that B1 network shit, bro, because I gotta link up with people that's going, you know what I'm saying, do the content, try to do this support on black platforms for real. That way, when you telling me you lost subs, people will slide through like they here now and go sub, so you will know when the B1 network come through. If you lose 10, we gonna make sure you get 25. You know what I'm saying? So that, like I said, that's the type of shit I'm talking about, bro. Like people that support me, like you need to be supported back. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe yourself to be black first or not, if you doing shit that's beneficial, dog, niggas need to support that shit. And that, like I said, I don't care about that second layer shit. I deal with the fact that we black men, let's move like that. Whatever we disagree with, let's have that conversation. If it get heated, it get heated. But nigga, I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. Well, let me ask you about some of the B1 stuff. Is there anybody who calls themselves, part of the B1 network? Is there anybody out there? You don't have to name the names, but is there anybody who's a part of B1 who may not necessarily do, the shit that you agree with? Do you have a problem with some of the people who create material under the B1 flag, I should say?
I mean, I think we gotta understand that ain't like nothing is a monolith. You know what I mean? Like Renaissance woman. That's the B1 network. She a whole Israelite, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't no Israelite, like, but everything she do, niggas, in the name of God, nigga, in the name of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my platform like that. I don't. That's the B1 network though, but I ain't moving like that. Ain't how I'm moving. I'm more so not necessarily against religion, but I think it need to be something that's second level. You know what I'm saying? So we don't necessarily agree on that. It's not monolithic. Brother Moses down there, we got it in a few times about the Pan-Africanism conversation where, we have a disagreement on the ideology behind Pan-Africanism. But see, the difference is we had to come to an understanding that right now we can't even have that conversation on these public platforms because that sounds as divisive as the other conversation, since we still ain't defined some of the other shit. People don't even know what black first is. How are we gonna move to a black first conversation? And Pan-Africanism versus ADOS versus, Christianity versus everything ideologically. Can you really have that conversation, dog, amidst all of this shit that go on in black YouTube?
I get it. Well, let me ask you about the black first thing. Do you think that some of the brothers on here, I mean, even some that you may disagree with, the shit they talk about and their subject matter and their platforms, do you think that more people are black first than they realize?
Yeah, I do. What you think, babe?
Yeah. I think that people feel like it's a shameful thing, so they won't openly admit it.
Yeah.
What, to be black first is a shameful thing?
Mm-hmm.
Because it goes right back. I mean, if you do a line of succession, it would be, black first would like just simply be before pro-black, which would be conscious, which is also woke. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't want that moniker because it's been misused, dog. People would rather do they act in, do they act as a protecting act for black people, a progressive act, you know what I'm saying? And still won't call themselves pro-black because of what that title means. It became a noun instead of a verb, you know what I mean? So it's a negative connotation behind being pro-black. People might think you're a scammer. You know what I'm saying? People might think you're just a person that's trying to make money saying you black. You know what I'm saying? There's really no pride in saying it. And sadly, I understand why though. I've watched it get diminished and disrespected. So I understand why people wouldn't want to trust it.
So does it bother you and Lady Nylah can answer this too. Does it bother you when people say, okay, you guys are, B1, y'all are B1 network and all that kind of stuff, but y'all aren't doing anything. Y'all aren't, putting boots on the ground. You're not out there, giving coats to cold children. You're not out there feeding homeless folks and shit like that. Does that bother you when people say that kind of shit about you? They say, well, you're black person, but you ain't doing shit. Does that bother you?
That probably bothers me the most, because we are probably some of the most charitable people that you will ever meet. There's nothing that you did not list in that subscription, that what you just said. There's none of that we have not done. When it comes to protests, when it comes to speaking out against Black issues in the face of the police, when it comes to answering the call from somebody in the community needing help, when it comes to feeding, clothing, and sometimes providing shelter for people. I have 2 whales named after me in what is the name of that town? It's I can't even think of the name of it. It's in Africa. It's on the continent. I have 2 whales named after me in 2013 because I've always been charitable. So that was the most. And Taz will feed almost anybody that's hungry. Like we can't pass a bum. You know what I'm saying? We can't pass, and I didn't even want to say the word bum, but for reference what I'm talking about. Like, you can't pass, like, he will stop, back the car up, and take care of a homeless man. I've seen this. We're on vacation, and we drive by a homeless man that's laid out. I'm sleeping in the car like always. And I get up, he is going in the store to get the man some water and give him money. And so that's what we are. That is that, and the whole thing where they act like, because he was very open about his past. They act like Taz just got out of jail last night, and he's paroled from Rikers or something. Like, they don't act like that was like 20 years ago or something like that. And did you even spend a lot of time when you?
This is like a collection of time, if you want to say.
Right. So I
ain't did 5 years. You know what I'm saying? No shit like that.
Think he's still smelling like D Block and shit.
Man, they be like, he walking around here with a dirty white T-shirt on. He don't have a job, and he's such and such. And I'd be like, who the fuck are they talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody. And then what really pissed me off is I know that it's rare for people to work as hard as I've seen him work. Like, I'm telling you to make sure that I was comfortable and that I didn't have to worry about anything. He put in 16, 18-hour days. There were times, like, that's why, like, a lot of people, him being on those live streams, he was at work all the time. He worked the 3rd shift, and sometimes he would work the 2nd and the 3rd shift, or the 1st and the 3rd. So that was a lot of that. So that is what, really annoys me. But it also makes me proud of him, because, like, when he's sitting on panels like the panel he was on today, when talking to people, because we don't brag about what we have or what we got, you know what I'm saying? But he's literally sitting on a panel with people saying that he doesn't have anything, hasn't accomplished anything, don't have nothing. And, like, for him to have had that cough, that prison time, that wasn't even, not even I don't know what the collection of time it was, but for him to have had that cough and be what they would say, like, the consummate criminal or whatever, I guarantee you that there is not one thing that anybody on that panel has that he does not have.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, you know what's crazy though, X? I be trying to tell him, bro, it's almost like dealing with the street niggas, bro. Like, everybody want to pull trophies out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might as well be on the block standing there talking to them niggas when you want to start talking about pulling trophies out, nigga. I might as well be talking to my niggas, bro, because that's all they do all day. What you got, nigga? I got this, I got that. Look at this, look at that. Now, I just bought this. I got these new J's. Look at this new belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that shit, bro. I got this, bro. I got 10 bands this. Like, You know what I mean? Like that's that mentality. You know what I'm saying? So like that's what it is on here too, bro. Niggas want to pull trophies out. And so like I said, one of these days, bro, I'm gonna do it just so I can see what they say. One of these days, I'm gonna sit here and play with niggas, and I'm gonna pull trophies out, and I'm gonna see then what the next argument is. Because it is insulting, bro, to listen for 10 months of people telling me what I don't have. You know what I'm saying? And never saying, nigga, look, I got this. I got this. By the way, nigga, I ain't had none of this shit, nigga, 5 years ago, nigga. Now check this out. Now go get your trophies, nigga. Let's see what you got. Who does that, X? That's some lame shit. That's block shit. That's niggas in the trap shit. But since these niggas ain't never been in no trap, dog, they don't know that. They don't know when 5, 6 niggas sitting in proximity or 5, 6 niggas working in proximity all the time that they do this same back and forth. I got this, I got that. Nigga, I'm more important than you. I'm stronger than you. I can play the game better than you. I'm a better hooper than you. Niggas do that shit all fucking day, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the difference here now? These niggas think they ain't like them niggas, bro, but these the same niggas. And the sad part is they don't get that shit. I'm starting to feel like a goddamn unicorn, bro. I swear to God, like how can you not get that all you niggas had the same get money mentality? You know what I'm saying? If that's your end goal, then y'all niggas the same, bro. If it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get to say, I did it right. Right for who? What type of black experience do you have, dog? That you don't understand that right might not be right for somebody else as far as getting money concerned. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to getting money, bro, and then, you know, motherfuckers will sit here and they say some shit like, well, other races of people don't do that. And that's where people, you know, they get mad at me. Because like I said, that's, you know, to me, that's the funniest shit ever. They always compare us to other races of people knowing that we don't commit most of the crime in this country. So now we finna get into a quote unquote pro-black white supremacy, y'all programmed by the media conversation. And to be honest, I think people even sick of hearing that one. I think people just prefer the content from me. The sentiment I'm seeing, they just want me to do the content and let people have that dumb shit. Chime in every now and then, but don't focus on their talking points. Focus on that history you do. Don't, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to engage them niggas, but don't let them niggas turn your content into what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is for me now, is not getting caught up in the conversations and now basing my content on these conversations with them.
So do you think that is too much of, because I always ask everybody this, do you think that is too much talk of women, relationships? And I'll ask you too, Lady Nylah. Do you guys believe that it's too much talk of women, too much talk of dating, too much talk of relationships, too much talk of, you know, how men relate to women, how women relate to men? Is it too much of that shit on black media?
I think, yeah, and it's like, I know that, you know, everybody should have the right to whatever type of content or whatever, but what's unfortunate, and I think this is why we have something called Black YouTube, it's almost like black folks don't know what the fuck else to talk about. Like, is, you know, it's unfortunate that is the, like, Black YouTube that we acknowledge. There's an actual Black YouTube. But when you say about 75% of the content is about relationships, 75% of the content is about relationships. So it's like, I can understand that may be indicative of, you know, us needing to talk and needing to resolve it. But when you've monetized the relationship conversation, I don't feel like there's no incentive to truly really want to solve it. I think black folks just like talking about relationships and like gossiping. It's really stifling for me, because I don't mind having the conversation and you get looped into it, but there's so much more I prefer to talk to. I was doing a Patreon only stream last night with Sin, and we were talking about how, like, there are certain conversations that when I do have them, it brings in a different audience, and Black YouTube is not receptive. to a, to that type of audience. And it's fine because, I'm Black first or whatever. But in order to progress conversations, we got to talk about more stuff than who can't get a woman to submit to them and what somebody's daddy didn't leave, or, building generational wealth in one generation, something that many people have not done. But you know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta expand the conversations.
Well, what do you guys think resembles more? Does life kind of resemble media, or does media more so resemble life, or does neither one of those apply? Are these two different worlds? Is this stuff on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all this other kind of shit, is all this shit just fantasy? Is any reality to this shit whatsoever?
There's reality to it, but I think that right now media programs reality. So I think that media is definitely driving the thought process and the culture. And I think people think that we're making these decisions. People think that they're thinking Black men and Black women. They think that they have a certain perspective about Black people and Black culture that they came up with on their own. And I say not. I say the media is driving this, and reality is imitating or following media.
Yeah, I don't think social media right now is indicative of Black people, especially not YouTube. I mean, it's not Black YouTube. Black YouTube is a place that has created its own social constructs of Black men, and they'll do anything to fit you in a box. You know what I'm saying? There's automatically a predetermined notion that a lot of times that even the pushback means you support what you're pushing back on. Like, conversations aren't possible because people think they can assume what your position is before you finish a sentence.
Do you find that is that the rank and file thought though, or is it just certain places, certain platforms, certain, is that are we more alike than we know? Are we more alike than we think we are?
I hope I ain't nothing like these Negroes. But
I try my best to not be like them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I do really mean that. Like, when I'm doing my content, I don't want it to be focused on just that one, Black men, Black women, gender worship. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my content to be looked at as, something that's right here in the same realm of what they doing. I want to be different than them. And I know that means, it's going to be less support because it's not what everybody's talking about. It's not what everybody's doing. But then I find myself, on other channels still talking about that shit. And like I say, sometimes I come back to my own with that same shit, and I don't want to do that. And so, like I say, that's the thing. I just got to make sure I don't get overwhelmed with the nonsense, and I'm always responding to what the greater audience is talking about. I'm building my own shit around real history, real facts that they said nobody can do. Nobody wants to learn. That's what they said. But that's not been proven to be true. You know what I'm saying? I brought in 400 people in the chat just for a presentation before. You know what I'm saying? Oh, those times, I just got to get back to them. I got to go back to rebuild another platform after the things that have happened. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't stop and whine and cry. Nigga, this B1. These Black people ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? The B1 network ain't going nowhere. So no matter what people do, it's not really going to work. You know what I'm saying? It's people that really support this idea and want to see it grow to where it is a competitive media to go against their talking points. Because right now we just hear them all day with the same shit over and over and over and over and over. That shit is annoying.
Well, let me ask you this. Is there anywhere, because there's millions of platforms, there's millions of Black folks up on here. Is there anywhere that you GOAT, or you, Lady Nylah, are there platforms that you just will not go on, even if they ask you 55 times? And also, is there any people that you won't allow on yours?
For me, there was a time when I would pretty much allow anybody, but that time is gone and past. And as far as where I would go, absolutely, it is very limited now. Absolutely, it's very limited. I will not visit, probably with the exception of York, because obviously, we're here or whatever. But like outside of my closest YouTube colleagues, who you see me working with all the time, I will not go anywhere. And I get asked to be on platforms all the time. I'm just no longer doing that, and I'm no longer going to be as open with my platform either.
You know that shit don't apply to me.
Right. Now, he knows something else.
Is there anywhere the GOAT will not go?
Nah, I go anywhere, but I tell you some of the things that's got me. I'll be honest with you, like the shit they doing with these white boys and shit right now. I don't agree with that. I don't know if I'm gonna go to no white boy channel, and it ain't because I can't push back. It's because what's the benefit? You know what I'm saying? We're helping him. You know what I'm saying? He's a benefit to his people. He's doing it for them. So why would we go to his channel? You know what I'm saying? Like I just, what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. So if it's anywhere I won't go, it's to some white boy channel that's talking shit about black people.
Yeah, I can understand that. I wouldn't go there either. And I'll go pretty much anywhere too. Shit, I'm like a rhino. I'll run through the roughest of patches. I don't give a shit where it is. Especially if you somewhere talking shit about me, I'll definitely show up over there. But what I want to know more than anything else is, you guys are a couple, right? So is there anything about each other's content that concerns you, that you disagree with, or does that stuff hit the editor's floor before it even gets on the air?
I'll answer first.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Taz's content. I mean, when he's doing his content, I'm sitting next to him a lot of times, or laying close to him, and I'm just as interested in his content as everybody else. So I look forward to his content. The only thing that I do believe that some of these, excuse me, T.P.O.T, you know me, these fuck boys, I feel like I don't see the benefit of him talking to like his intellectual inferiors. I don't. And like, just to see like some, like when in my opinion, some of these dudes are the dumbest I've ever seen. And like, I've never seen this before. Like, I mean, throughout just corporate America, or in a mosque, or, on the streets, wherever. And if I have never seen the degrees of ignorance in not being able to have like a basic concept of context in a sentence, and so like, it annoys me. Like nothing annoys me more like when the dumb shit that comes out of their mouths and they are confident in it. Just like it annoys the shit out of me. So I wish that he would limit some of those conversations, but I don't run shit around here.
Is there any parts of her content, GOAT, that you don't like, that you would rather see hit the editor's floor?
I mean, for real, it's gonna sound fucked up, but shit, if it was a problem with some of her content, I ain't like that shit have been corrected already. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I am the GOAT, Mr. B1. I don't just be saying this shit for the fuck of it, nigga. If I'm gonna say it on here, I done already said it.
So do you guys shape each other content? Like before you get ready to come on, do you be like, look here, wifey, yeah, I'm gonna do this here, what you think? And do she come to you and be like, look, I'm gonna do this here, GOAT, what you think? Do you guys confer before you go on the air?
Sometimes like he'll ask me about something, and like sometimes we polish each other up. on the content. Like there's something that I thought about or a piece that he's missing or vice versa. And then sometimes like some of my best streams sometimes are just like, it's just off the cuff. Both of us. Like it'll just be off the cuff. Like, what are you? I'm about to go live. What are you about to talk about? This. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we done both scrap shit because it wouldn't sound right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean that's the understanding we generally have. Let's not get on there doing something that, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say every time, because sometimes it's just a given, but when it's a questionable stream, hell yeah, I say, well, what you think about this? You know what I'm saying? And she do the same, you know what I mean? But a lot of times, like, that's concerning some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because who needs to question if we, you know what I'm saying, talking about something historic or something in the news? Like, that ain't really the stuff that you question. It's this other shit. The circular shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about the whole reparations thing? What's your positions on the reparation thing, if you have one?
I'm definitely in favor of reparations. And I would like to see that happen for us. The only thing that bothers me about the conversation is that people limit it to slavery and don't take an account for all of the other the aftermath of slavery, you know, and stuff like that. So I just think that people don't give it a whole glance, and they just limit it, you know, to the slavery aspect. You know, that bothers me because, you know, we had, you know, the legacy of slavery, and then we had the aftermath. You know, we had what happened during the Civil War. We had what happened, you know, places like the Devil's Punch Bowl and stuff like that. We had the Black Codes. We had Jim Crow. We had mass incarceration. We had redlining. We had so many things that were put against us that stunted our communities that the government, I believe, owes us and should pay.
Man, look, for me, reparations is a standalone conversation that has been virtually diminished to an ADOS conversation. You know what I'm saying? What should be a conversation has been reduced to a hashtag, got people within an identity crisis. Right now, I think we in a bad spot because people talk about reparations but can't lay out the history of why we deserve it. When you find yourself in a conversation about reparations, you should be able to lay out an entire criteria of why we deserve it to where there will be no pushback. Even if that takes you 15 minutes, you might need a fucking time limit for the amount of things the amount of examples you could give for why we deserve reparations. Saying you're simply a descendant of slaves is not giving the conversation the justice it deserves. And I feel like ADOS opened up the conversation, but now it's time to expand it. You know what I'm saying? So right now we're not having a reparations conversation, we're having an ADOS conversation. You know what I'm saying? We having a conversation outside the context of why them reparations supposed to be paid. You know, it's too many talking points and not enough facts being dropped.
Well, let me ask you guys about that. I mean, do you think that a lot of the, not just things like reparations, I mean, but I guess you can throw that in there. Do you think that reparations, ADOS, pro-blackness, black first, who's Buddy Love, who's Sherman Klump, has those type of things divided us to a point where is it so divisive? The talk that we talk, because we all black and we all talk black shit, you know, one way or the other, whether we talking about relationship, politics, money, women, family, whatever case may be. For the most part, we talk black shit. So all this black stuff that we talk, has it divided us more than it's unified us?
Yeah. No doubt. I mean, I really think if you look at it for what it is, like if you just take away those lines, you have what would be considered unity. You know what I'm saying? Like we still have the same values at the end of the day. A lot of it is just rooted in a different religion, or you know what I'm saying, the thought process that you in a different financial class, so that separates you from everybody else. Like that's why I don't like Black First. To me, is more of a mentality than some type of group. You know what I mean? It's something you just gotta already be, and it's kind of left at that. You know what I mean? Like I hate the labeling and you know what I'm saying, assigning people as leaders and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll accept that role just because it's symbolic. But other than that, people will tell you, I say it all the time, and I don't want no followers. I need to deal with men that's already prepared and ready to be leaders. Like I'm talking to other leaders already. I don't need nobody that need help. If you know what I'm saying, you looking for leadership skills and shit like that, you on the wrong channel. It's niggas that'll teach you how to be a leader. I need them niggas that's prepared to come in, you know what I'm saying, let's talk about this history and, you know, deal with some of the things that we've been miseducated on, because some of our mentality is rooted in what we were miseducated on. Some of that mentality goes back to the fake shit. And how much of that matters, I don't know, but I want to deal with that. And you know what I'm saying? It's hard, but you just got to find the people that just want to have the conversation. Some people feel like the Black women thing is more important.
So, okay, so you don't really consider yourself the quote unquote, leader of the whole B1 thing, but you are the quote unquote leader of the B1 network, right?
I mean, like I said, to me, I just made up a name. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we deal with symbology and shit. So, people gonna say who would be the leader. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I step out there and take all the hits for this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas that take hits too, but like I take them all. You know what I'm saying? Like just to make sure that we try to get this mentality through the door. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, the people they assign that mentality to, they're not here pushing back, dog. Like you hear wifey saying she ain't really on that shit no more. They moving forward with their female content. See what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I say I'm taking the constraints off of, well, watch what y'all say about Black men. Fuck that, man. Do y'all female shit. Whatever say, who don't like it, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, and on my end, nigga, I'm still doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to cause nobody's platform disruption, but y'all lying and y'all hurting Black people. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna do my history and I'm gonna do my facts, and whoever don't like it, I wish they'd come push back and stop, you know what I'm saying? Stop assuming that this is about crying and whining and begging something from the white man. When I do a reparation stream, it's to inform so people will know the arguments next time we talking about reparations. It ain't to beg the white man to make sure, we get it in white supremacy, blah, blah, blah. We need to know history and what it is. What is this shit based on?
Well, I wanna ask Lady Nylah some questions, because she talked about some stuff the other day that I wasn't even aware of. I guess I don't watch enough YouTube and shit. And she said that somebody has said that she was in a wheelchair. So I'm going to ask these questions, Lady Nylah. Are you in a wheelchair?
Nope.
Okay. Are you 350 pounds?
Nope.
Okay. Are you Cuban? Are you Cuban?
No, my father is Cuban.
Okay. Because I've heard people say that you were Cuban. So I knew I was going to ask you that tonight. Like,
yeah, I heard that too. Well, okay. See, because people think that, and here's the thing, it's really my father's father that was Cuban, because people think the nationality is a race. But, my dad is, he doesn't necessarily identify as a Cuban person, even though his dad, he is Black, he does, understand a Cuban culture, but he's a Black man. And he's American and I'm American. So, I don't know why people would say that I'm Cuban. I'm not from Cuba.
Yeah, I've heard that a couple times. Oh, she's Cuban. I'm like, well, I'm going to ask that. Nope, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, no, I'm not.
Okay. Well, let me do some past shit. Now, when the GOAT got on bended knee, did you ever think years down the road that y'all would be the Tretch and Pep of Black YouTube? Did you see that in the crystal ball?
No, I didn't see that.
Did you see that, GOAT?
No, I mean the way this shit is, bro, we'd have been able to capitalize from that shit. I never knew YouTube was like it was money being made and shit on here. I never knew none of that. I came into that understanding at the end of last year. I never knew niggas was making money on YouTube, dog. Otherwise, I'd have been telling niggas to get off the block and go get on a fucking stream and talk shit. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if I knew black men can get on here and just keep it real and make money off of it, I'd have been telling niggas to get on here. Get on here and find you an audience to talk to. People like that shit, bro. I don't give a fuck how stupid you sound, nigga. These niggas sound dumb as fuck. People love listening to that shit.
So you guys are in Mexico, and I know that that's a security issue. So, I mean, how bad has it gotten? I mean,
but why are you saying it's a security issue?
Because I heard. Well, let me rephrase. I thought I heard Lady Nylah say that you guys, went, off somewhere else, to get away from some of us crazy Negroes. So, I mean, is the Mexico trip because of that, to make sure, you ain't got to worry about your wife and your kids and all that kind of, is that it? Is it a OPSEC, operational security thing, so that, you don't have to worry about some of us crazy Negroes pulling up to your house? Or
they text me my address though. That's the basis of that. Somebody text me my address and we was finna move. Now where, I don't know, but like they text me my address and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just going to work every night after that and shit like that. Like I wasn't feeling it, bro. Like I just wasn't feeling it. It just didn't feel right to be where somebody said they're gonna deliver my wife a package. And they sent me an address and I don't know who this is. I don't know what they planning. I don't know shit. So we was gonna move, and you know how women is, man. That's how she slipped that Mexico shit in there. You know, and she was able to win me over with, Mexico as an idea, and she was right. You know what I'm saying? It's a good move.
Well, so, I wasn't feeling that comfortable, like when they started the text and the address and talking about they was going to deliver packages and stuff. I started visualizing me holding my granddaughter and airing somebody out with a gun at the same time. Like, you don't know when people text that kind of stuff. And so, like, I noticed, and like people, subscribers, Patreons, they were showing me stuff, and people, like, it's some people on here that are really obsessed with me and Taz, to the point, like, it did make me not want to be on camera. Cause like, do you want somebody like, cause, and I do have not an anxiousness, but I wonder, is the obsession going to get worse? And like, if they know exactly where you got, and there's accessibility because you are in the community a lot, just knowing like people can really, really identify if they're looking at you every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just like, I wasn't feeling that much. And so I am more comfortable now though.
That's why I'm glad I live in an open carry state. God damn it.
No, we got conceal and carry.
Let me tell you, boy, you run up in here and I got a humongous mud outside, boy. So you got some layers to get through before you get up in here.
I'm gonna get approval for humongous mud.
You got some layers to get through to get up in here. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, but this is what I wanna know, really. I mean, how bad has it gotten that, do you guys not feel safe? Do you guys, do you feel like your personal space has been encroached upon by people? I mean, how bad has it freaking gotten for you two?
Man, there's so many niggas that threaten me, dog. Like I say, I never know what I'm gonna have to do to a motherfucker, bro. Like, and I mean, I'm just being straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas cross lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've maybe got into 50 different times where somebody said they want to do something to me, meet me somewhere, this and that, versus me being angry enough maybe 3 times enough to say, fuck you, let's do it then. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, to me, if I'm coming here saying, my nigga, I do something to you though, bro, like watch your mouth. Like that is not black first. And I feel like that is what they trying to drag me into, is the reminder that you still got that in you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you the person that's talking to me with no criminal record saying if I was near you, you would smack the shit out of me. But you've been telling me this whole time that living the right way is the thing to do. But now in this conversation, you threatening me and telling me the things that you would do if I was around you. As you talk about the bad behavior of those who do things like that. See what I'm saying? I don't want to get trapped in that circle, bro. I have no desire to do nothing to nobody. But do I feel like a motherfucker might do something to one of us? Yeah, I do. I do, bro. I feel like a motherfucker might try something. Now, I don't want to make an example out of somebody. I would rather all of that shit stop. Ain't like, oh, well, shit, you call people names. Yeah, I do. I've been mistreated on this motherfucker so much that nigga, if everybody wanted to take a truce and we all stop name calling, bet I'm with it. But when I start hearing y'all start calling women names and you don't give a fuck about talking to somebody you might think ain't gonna get back at you. Because see, I done heard even the nicest of the nicest guys talk shit to people who they think ain't gonna clap back at them. Remember that one time I was showing you? The three different people. I don't want to name drop, but 3 different people who are considered respectable. But as soon as they get a chance to deal with somebody who they know ain't gonna say nothing fucked up, they'll talk to him crazy. One man told a man he is screwing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, you know, you don't get to get around me and act like, oh, I can't deal with this nigga shit. But then when I hear you talk to somebody else that you feel is weaker than you, you go to the level of saying you a screw the nigga. Fuck that nigga, you'll do this and that to him. Like, come on, man, which one is the real you? And do we even have to do that? Like, take all that shit out and can you have a conversation? Because I can. But the difference with me is I can do both. And I might do the fuck shit better. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't no money grab for me, nigga. I can come on this bitch and do fuck shit every day and get 500 people to come and watch. Watch me talk crazy to these dumbass niggas. Cook these niggas every day. That ain't what I'm about, bro. That's disparaging the black male image. And that's not what I'm about. I'm about the flip side of it. But I get in these conversations, and if you're gonna disparage the black female image or the black community image, well, I'm gonna disparage your image, and you just happen to be a black man. You're not indicative of black men. You are a pathetic rendition of what a black man is supposed to be, and I'm gonna remind you of that.
Well put, man. Well put. So you guys have some other stuff coming up. Because I know you said you got a lot of things in the works. You and Lady Nylah have some things coming up in the works. Is it just the things that you have coming up now? Is it just you and Lady Nylah, or is it all the other, you know, quote unquote B1 network members? Or is it even like that? Like, is it like a club? Is it like, or you call yourself B1 and you rock out B1? Or is it people who you anoint to be, you know, in the network, so to speak?
I would say most people just come and rock out. You know what I'm saying? And then people separate themselves. You know? I don't believe that this is some hierarchy. Like I said, like, you're not about to come in and, you know, just say it. I mean, like, you know, we need to trust you, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, you know, we dealing with like people like RJ, people like Brother Moses, people like Gab. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't have to run around saying B1 Network, you know what I'm saying, for you to understand that, you know, Cynthia, Black Women's Fear. You know what I'm saying? It's not about saying it, it's about doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so you might not hear everybody saying it. Being pro-black in any way, shape, or form on here, it just ain't respectable, bro. So I don't expect anybody to just jump out there and say it. But some will, like, fuck these niggas. But you see who networking.
Okay. So, well, but you and Lady Nylah are the face of it, correct? Whether you want to be or not, right? Or you especially, you're definitely the face of it now, to an extent, right?
Pretty much. That's what I said. Like, you know, I hold that L. Like I said, like, y'all niggas not gonna talk this crazy shit forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, making illogical arguments, sitting on here lying, bullshitting. Like, somebody got to push back on it. And I do understand now why people just used to make videos and loud shots at each other. I do understand that. Instead of being on a stream together, talking shit to each other, I have a better understanding of why it would be better to just make a video about somebody and y'all just make videos back and forth.
Yeah, it's a little more entertaining. I think we're more into we're more into being entertained as opposed to being enlightened. I mean, and like I said, I throw myself up in there too because I watch some fuck shit up on here my damn self from time to time. It's very entertaining. But I wanna thank y'all for coming through, man, taking time, out your schedule, down there in Mexico and shit. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I was waiting for this for a while, man, and I actually was able to use an old promo that I had made back in the day when I got promised this. So I'm glad I didn't throw the shit away. I just threw it up. I didn't have to make another one. And yeah, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. The GOAT, Lady Nylah. Y'all get on down there, man, and subscribe to the GOAT's new channel. I think he done had one knock down. I'm not sure, but I'm subscribed to all them shit. So get on down there, subscribe to the GOAT's channel, subscribe to Lady Nyla's channel as well. And I gotta come up on your shit one day, Lady. See what it is? I don't really do the female content creators because I feel like women should have their own space. So that's the only reason why I haven't been on your platform. But I have been on Lady Ren's.
Unless I'm doing like, who gonna check me, boo. But normally that, like, there's a part in that that's built for men to come and push back on the talking point. But like my regular content, a lot of, my primary content, I'm talking about politics, majority of the time, and stuff like that. So the content is not necessarily gender specific until I do the girls show.
Yeah, well, I gotta swing on down. I swing down there sometime, but like I said, I've never been on, on your show, because like I said, I like kind of giving women their space. I kind of stay away from the female platforms, but I have been on Lady Ren's, and I'm gonna come down there, and if you having a panel or something, I might jump on if I happen to be out in the audience and talk some shit, make all your supporters mad with me and shit. They'd be like, why you got that motherfucker up there? But yeah,
I didn't been through with that.
Yeah, I mean, and the GOAT, I'll come on his shit, when I hear him talking and when I can, because a lot of times when he live, I'm working, so I can't, jump on per se. But if I can catch him at a time, I'll jump on his shit as well. But once again, I appreciate y'all. Cause I really enjoyed this, man. Shooting shit with y'all and shit. I never thought I'd be able to get both of y'all in here at one time. So this is an accomplishment. So I gotta download this shit, and I got to put this shit on Black Avenger out this motherfucker. But but I really appreciate y'all. Go hit me up whenever you want to do something, Lady Nylah. Thank you for coming on tonight. I really appreciate y'all. I did, and like I said, y'all get on down there, subscribe to the channels if you're not subscribed, and if you somebody that is subscribed to their damn channels and you just subscribe to this channel today or the other day because you knew they was being on there, I'm telling your black behinds right now to not get rid of that subscription. You know who you are, because I was looking at my subscriber count, and I know some of y'all only subscribe because y'all knew the GOAT Nylah was gonna be on here. Don't get rid of that subscription, god damn it.
Don't do it, nigga.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming on, man. I did, man. I had some fun with this, man. And any final words, GOAT or Lady Nylah, before we peel out of here?
I just want to say thanks for this is as was last time. You're a great interviewer. I appreciate the invitation, and it's been real. And y'all better stay subscribed if y'all just subscribed.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
I'm about to actually do this video right now on the T.P.O.T project on a man by the name of Werner von Braun. He would be considered a warrior in America. So I'm going to do that after we're done here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Good shit, man. And you know, have some tequilas and a couple of big old blunts for me while you're down there. All right, man. All right. Peace.
Good night.
Yeah. Just got off the line with the GOAT and Lady Nylah. Man, I enjoyed that, man. I hope y'all did too, man. You know. Yeah. First, hey, what's good, brother Art? I see you up there, man. Yeah, I'm probably gonna run down there, man, and see what the GOAT got going on as well. Oh, I appreciate that, brother CRU. Yeah, run down there and see what the GOAT got going on. I think one of the greatest things about talking to people and opening up and just having a conversation with them, because I know usually when y'all see like the GOAT and Nylah, you know, they may be, you know, going in at it with somebody or going back and forth and shit. But see, here, it's not that kind of party. Because, see, I don't bring people on here to challenge them. I bring them on here to interview them. Now, I know people are probably like, oh, man, you should have asked them this and asked them that. Screw you. Get them on your channel and ask them that on your channel. You understand? I'm not here to roast nobody, make fun of them, pressure them, or any of that nonsense. I'm here to ask them questions and have them answer them. Do you understand? That is how this works. This is an interview, not an interrogation. Let me say that again. This is an interview, not an interrogation. You understand? But I thought it was a great interview. I had fun with it, had me laughing and shit. So, you know, and like I said, I mean, I'm all right, regardless of what other people think and say, man. I'm all right with the GOAT, man. And I'm all right with Lady Nylah, too. You know, I mean, I'm not going to pretend to have problems with people because other people do. That's just not my style. That's not how I do shit. And I'd rather enjoy them tonight. And hopefully that's not the last time that they will find themselves on the T.P.O.T YouTube page, you know, hanging out on the old yeah, you know. But this is what I need y'all to do now. I need y'all to get on down to the Proper Thought series on Facebook. That's Proper Thought, one word, series, next word, on Facebook. Go ahead. It's a community page. Stop by there, man. You can check out what's going on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. Also, you can catch up with OX2. All you got to do is drop me a line. I'm guaranteed to get back to you within 24 and 168 hours. Also, while you're on Facebook, get on down to the Proper Thought Series fan group page on Facebook. That's the Proper Thought Series fan group page on Facebook. Go ahead, request to be a member. You're guaranteed to get in there, but don't come down there with no stupid shit, because my admins, they are not playing now. I mean, I had damn near 3,000 people in there, y'all, and now it's only like, I think it's only like 12 or 1,300 because they kicked a lot of people out, like, because they was wilding down. They was wilding down there. They was wilding down there. So my admins kicked a lot of people out because they was putting pictures of genitals and all kind of nonsense. They was just bugging. So don't come in there with no crazy shit. Because if you do, my admin's probably not going to let you in. And once they discover that shit, they're kicking you out. Yeah, they're kicking you out, man. I mean, because see, I'm not an admin. Shit, my admins kicked me off the damn the admin shit. I'm like, wait a damn minute. Now my shit gets under review before it goes in. I'm like, what kind of shit is that? How the hell do I get blocked on the Proper Thought series fan page? How the fuck am I getting blocked? Shit is crazy. But go on down there and yeah, peace, Lady Nylah. I'm gonna come on down there and holler at you one day. Go on down there. Request to be a member of the Proper Thought series fan group page on Facebook. You guaranteed to get up in there, man. Just don't do nothing crazy and get yourself blocked like I be getting. Okay. Also, check us out on WhatsApp and Instagram. That's Proper Thought. Leave out the series on Instagram. Go ahead, follow us on Instagram. You guarantee to get a follow back. And also, you know, we always end the night with this. I want y'all to get your black behinds down to Twitter. The Twitter handle is at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. That's at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, because if you don't, I will haunt your black ass mama in her dreams for the next 5 years. Once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank my moderators in the chat. I want to thank the folks in the chat. And most importantly, I want to thank you for showing up tonight, spending some time with us and watching us on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. A few programming notes. Now, we're probably going to do a show tomorrow, y'all, but I don't know if I'm going to do any shows next week, because me and Wifey, we got some big shit going on around here. Yeah, we got some big shit going on. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a show next week. Y'all will have to tune in instead of doing a Wednesday and Thursday show, because I know those are going to be busy days for me next week. I'll probably do a show Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know yet. I got to see what happens, because like I said, me and my wife, we got some hellified shit happening, you know, next week, you know, and I have to be there. So, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any shows next week at all, but the following week, definitely, I'll be back right here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. But tomorrow, we are doing a show, DXL. I'm probably going to do just a freestyle show tomorrow, and some of the usual suspects will be up in there. So everybody just come through tomorrow. If you want to jump on the panel, just let me know. You know, we got 5 slots. You know, you're going to see the BMTs down there. You're going to see the RJs down there. You're going to see the Info Mans down there. And I'm going to try to get my man Jay Shine to come through tomorrow as well. So come on down tomorrow night. Dark Exodus Live. We're probably gonna do some freestyle Thursday shit. Probably do like a freestyle Thursday throwdown. So you know those always get crazy. So come on through tomorrow and check us out on the T.P.O.T YouTube page, home of DXL. You know. So with that, and I want to thank one more time my distinguished guest of honor, the GOAT, aka Taz Exclusives, and Lady Nylah, for coming through. Y'all get on down there and check them out. So I will leave you with 3 words. You know, like I always do.
Let us open our minds.
I know leadership don't need to love don't mean retaliation.
Peace, folks.
If we don't stop, if we parade, they celebrate. Eat caviar, drink champagne. If we parade, they celebrate. At the death of a child, I say, turn up a which was lost. For us to see peaceful years when shots stop, moving things flat. People pray, they celebrate, eat caviar, drink champagne. People pray, they celebrate at the death of the child of a slave. Proper thought.
Open our mind.
We don't stop.
Open our mind. Open our mind.
The child of a slave. Proper thought.
Open our mind. Open our mind.
Only from T.P.O.T.